All right, let's look around and see what we can find.
I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings.
Yes, let's.
I just love oils, you know? How they're so thick? Is that the word? Thick?
These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are.
Yeah, and what's going on with this half-finished one?
It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below.
That's what's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts.
We kind of already knew this. I noticed. That is weird. Okay. Coffee cup?
That's the victim's coffee mug. Don't drink out of it. No, it's not poisoned. It's just really old and cold coffee. It's gross. Gross. So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poisoned mug of coffee.
Oh, so you've never been to Starbucks? I would hope so.
Poisoned coffee? Not exactly, actually.
What do you mean?
No traces of poison were found in the coffee.
What?
You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. And I might hate you. Do I? Yeah, maybe? A little. I hate you a little. Not that much, a little.
Coffee mug, added to the court record. We're filling up already. What else have we got? His letterbox. Let's check it out.
That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this.
Let's take a look. Empty.
The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Mishamwood put his letters in there, and the postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather.
Very impressive. Anything with the door? No. There's a painting back here behind there.
Hey! There's a painting hidden back here.
Hey, you're right.
What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone to see it? What if it has boobies? Or a girl in magic panties?
You certainly seem pleased by the possibility.
It's so normal.
It still looks like the other painting, but finished. And we're blatantly stealing the Van Gogh swirls in the cloud formation there. That's hardly something to get mad about. Huh?
What is it, Apollo?
Well, doesn't this painting look like, never mind. It looks like the other painting. I better get a professional opinion on this. Hidden painting, added to the court record. Who are we gonna talk to, Emma? She's not a professional artist. That seems really important, though. How about these chairs? Do those matter?
Eek, Apollo! That's where the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Drew Measham passed away. He put his coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment,
there's quite a bit of paint on the ground.
See that half-painted painting there? He must have been working on that right after the moment he died. Wow, a true artist at the end. Or maybe he started a year ago and was procrastinating. Who knows?
Let's show her this painting. Because that seems important. Oh, I have all of these paintings in here. Can we check it out?
Apollo, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch.
Oh, it's the same dialogue from before? Yeah, it's basically the same. Fine, no new info. But anything on the back? I want to check the back of all of these. Because I bet there's something important on one of these. Unless there isn't. There isn't. What about this one, though? No? Alright. Let's show it to her. Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting here.
That one. What about it?
What about it?
Yeah, what about it, Apollo?
Take a closer look at it, both of you. Now look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on.
Hey, they're the same. I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Drew Measham was copying this painting. Wow, it's pretty good.
Copying a painting? What for? Well, it's a master copy. You actually, in order to learn how to paint like the greats, you try to exactly emulate something else that they painted. It's actually a pretty common thing to do, to go into a museum, set up an easel, and try to actually match somebody else's painting. If you have a museum that's kind enough to let you do so, it's kind of cool. So, alright, we didn't get a lot of information there. But let's look around over here. We got one of those little posy mans. Those are great. Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Oh yeah, zooming right in. Posy man, that's what I really want to look at. Something about the way that figure is posed.
I've seen that pose before. It's very...
Objection! I can't point majestically enough in this small of a window space.
It's you, Apollo. See? You're making one of your flamboyant gestures.
Please, I am a professional. I never make flamboyant gestures! I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? Very interesting. So this is Drew Measham?
And this little girl must be Vera. Yeah, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. You know, until the murder.
Until you arrested his daughter.
Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking.
Right. We've got... There's a quill?
Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy?
Isn't that a pin? Like an old-fashioned quill pin?
But it doesn't have a pointy end. That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk.
Ugh, it's a terrible word, detritus.
Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific, that's my motto.
Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? Alright. These books matter? Is this a journal?
Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo?
He didn't write the name of the killer, did he?
He didn't write the name of the killer, did he?
It's new. He didn't write a single line. It's a blank journal.
Oh, you had me going for a while there. No.
Alright, I think that's... Unless this other pin... No, that doesn't matter. I can't click on it. Okay, that's all for that table. Detritus is just like garbage. It's like not quite dust, but like all the like scrappings and leftover things that are left over around. Let's look at this bottle of, I'm assuming these are paints. There's a shelf full of paint.
Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green?
That'll be enough of that, thanks. Those aren't fabric paints, and that's not what you should do to a suit. You can just buy me a new suit. Oh, in the table drawer? I did not. Let's get that first then. Yeah, that's easy to miss. This envelope's been opened and resealed. I can tell.
Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
Why would someone open a letter, then seal it again? I better hang on to this. Red envelope. A lot of things seem to happen 7 years ago. What else happened 7 years ago? Nothing important, I'm sure. Let's see. Let's just work our way around the room. What's over here?
What's all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though this equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth.
Why would a painter need all this?
From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years.
This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio.
Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin.
This is a crime scene, Trissy. And there are a lot of ways to cut a quarter in half. You don't need all of this.
But these cost like $50 at the magic shop, and I could just get it for 25 cents by ruining currency.
Alright. Oh, it's the same dialogue. Okay. It looks like an X-ray machine, or an X-ray, like a bunch of X-rays up on a big light board back there, so I thought it was a different thing. But apparently, this whole box is part of the same, like, clue. Is this also?
Is this disc for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought.
Be used a lot for like architecture and that kind of stuff. You can make other drawings too, of course. Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? Huh. A man of many arts. Can't look at that. Oh, it's all same equipment. Okay. Interesting. Is that it then? Is there anything I'm missing? Does the face matter? No. Paintings. These small generic paintings in the house of a painter strike me as odd, but maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, he's just looking at the paintings.
Why are two of the paintings identical?
It certainly is a bit curious, and a whole lot of suspicious. Do we have any new dialogue with you, Emma? Oh, forensic science! I bet Emma could help us out here.
Don't forget, flat screen will get you everywhere with her, Apollo.
I'll get the tiny picture frame after this whole thing. I'll get it.
What are you two whispering about?
Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do, scientifically?
You know me too well. Okay, alright.
Okay, meaning we can get, scientific now?
I suppose, just this once, if you want to get a little science-y. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out.
I would like to look at the identical painting. Emma, about this painting.
Oh, that quite good, isn't it?
That's not what I wanted to ask you about.
You want to examine it, is that it? I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason. But without that, sorry.
I guess she wants us to do a little footwork on her own. Okay, what about the identical one? Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting here.
That one? What about it?
What about it? Oh, is it the same? Yeah. Okay. This is all the same info. We didn't get anything new out of presenting it a second time. Fine. Can we examine the coffee mug?
Hope you aren't trying to grill me for information. You know I'm not talking.
I suppose you are the detective here.
Why don't you take a look at yourselves? If you find a clue, I might not be unwilling to lend a hand. I think she's going to help us, Apollo. Let's check out this mug, shall we?
Can I just examine it on my own? Is there a fingerprint, though? It says... I guess it's that guy's signature. Misham? Anything on the bottom? Let's pour out all the coffee. Blub, 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 blub. Yeah, I saw GD the last time you posted that, and I just skipped that dialogue. Oh, right here. The mouth mark.
Hey, look there. That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about.
Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably... better ask Emma. Okay, now we can show it to her. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue, residue on the rim.
That? Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain.
I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma.
Right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's, not a hobby. So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison.
So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug?
That's right, see? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow! Science is amazing!
Certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma to be willing to help us out a bit more.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. I've got some butter here. You can use it. Just slide it along the side of her face. She'll love it. Ladies love being buttered up. They say flattery will get you everywhere.
It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis.
I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, the solution is used to test for
atroquinine. Okay.
Atroquinine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy.
Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly.
It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown...
That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please? You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay, let's give it a whirl, Apollo.
What are you doing? My eyes! My eyes aren't poisonous! Don't spray my eyes!
I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I am not poisonous, and now I can't see. Ugh.
Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
Let's just get down to checking for real poisons, shall we? Oh. Spray detection agent. We're spraying it everywhere. Let's go over here. Yep, this is doing a whole lot of not much. I'm gonna waste all your spray, Emma. Every last bit. Alright, back over here. I don't seem to be finding much of anything. Huh. Want to see what's toxic? The whole Undertale community? I don't hang out with those guys. I got in early and got out early. Just head back, I guess.
Too bad, no reaction there.
I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second.
What is it, Apollo?
Did you spray that little desk over there?
I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know.
Let's check it out, just to be sure. Oh. There's definitely something poisonous on the picture frame that we did not check out. despite numerous insistences from the chat.
Eek, a reaction, Apollo? Ah! Where? The inside of that cute little frame, look! Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'm known to work magic.
Never mind that I was the one who found it. Tiny frame added to the court record. Huh. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? Looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. I wonder, did the artist have a habit of kissing his daughter's picture? So then they poisoned the daughter's picture, and then he kissed that, and the poison was on his lips for 15 minutes, and then he just went back to drinking coffee and was just paint, paint, and so it seemed like the coffee was poisoned, even though he'd been poisoned from kissing a tiny painting picture photo. That's the theory that I just made up. I guess we present that to her and she'll talk about it. Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this.
Look, I'm a detective. A detective! You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused in your inquiries. Scientific, even.
Somehow I knew she'd get around to science. Alright, let's examine it ourselves. Looks like you have to take this back part off first to put a photo inside.
This would be a really small photo to fit in there.
True, and that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison in a place like this?
Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on here, too.
It's not very obvious, Druzy. So I can't look at the actual stain part. And there doesn't seem to be a photograph in here currently. Interesting. Now let's check the envelope. Can we pop this open?
Apollo, look, it's been opened once here.
You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside.
Should I try to get it open and then stick it back shut?
Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea.
Emma, let's ask her.
Yes. The envelope. Emma, about this.
Oh, that. Yeah, why, that's a bright red envelope.
She sure is jumpy.
Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed.
Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean you know what's inside the envelope?
Sure, I read it after all. Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ha, please, I would have steamed it open.
But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently.
No, now know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. It's a little thing called science? Weapon? Yeah, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering.
Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors. I'm talking about her legs, Apollo. Get in there, what?
Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning.
You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right, at least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization.
Spectralization. Sure.
Something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes. That's right, you're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that in practice, of course.
I think referencing legs is perfectly well within PG-13. I did not get explicit.
Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma, please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo.
Yeah, what are you doing? Don't put it on me!
Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair, but it's like lead. There's nothing in there at all.
Point that thing at me anymore, and it might all fall out.
Then I wouldn't need an x-ray machine to see through it. I could see your beautiful bald scalp and rub it like a bowling ball.
That's what I want to do, Apollo. I'm going to shave your head while you're asleep. Let's just get down to business, shall we?
Right, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here.
Scanning.
You set the sample in the device, like so.
I don't see anything.
Patience, there's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there for me, would you?
I want to do it. The game's doing it for me.
That's right, that's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See, that's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh?
Except, I can't read them.
Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer.
I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything?
That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. The image? You mean rub the screen?
Okay.
There. That fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good, now you can rub this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Exactly, not bad. Neat, let's do some more.
Rub, rub, rub. Okay. Number 0016, try again. There we go. I think we just about got it. Oh, I had to get the outside of the ticket.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Lottery 0016. Try again. Don't look like no lottery I never seen.
Does this mean I have to buy another one to win?
Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let's let her buy another one.
It's okay, there's no need. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it on the real thing, shall we?
Thanks, Emma. Don't mind if I do. Alright, this is a long letter. Dear Abraham. No. I've donated $100,000. Mr. Drew Mearsham.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Mr. Drew Mearsham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer.
Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Measham's account? His paintings must be really valuable.
It's pretty good.
There's another page in there. Care to take a look?
You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all.
Here goes with the second page, then.
Going all the way down. Also, I'm pretty sure all the ink would be on the top layer of paper, so it wouldn't really work like this. But whatever. This is a fun mechanic.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one.
So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings.
Maybe. Why all the secrecy, though? It's not illegal to sell paintings. People do it quite often. That's the point. Part of the point. Also art, but also selling paintings. And
what?
Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right?
Maybe it has special significance to him? Well, Emma? Well, indeed.
She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. Red envelope, updated in the court record. Okay, that's pretty good. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face. But what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. He's after a scoop to sell to the papers.
So, a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever. And that night he's killed. Seems strange to you?
Really strange. It does raise a few questions.
I'd like to speak with this reporter, if I could.
Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician.
Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other magician in the entire world.
It wasn't Valent Gramarye by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. The only other magician in the entire world, Valent Gramarye. He's got some big show lined up, I hear.
So he's out interviewing Valent Gramarye. Looks like I'll be heading out to the Coliseum again, sooner than I thought. Haha, but we haven't been there yet, so we're going there for the first time. Significantly less soon than you thought.
Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want.
Brushel's card, added to the court record. Let's check it out. Before we head over there. This business card reads, Spark Brushel, freelance journalist. Freelance journalist? What is he, run like a blog or something? Ugh. Alright, well, let's hoof it over, because it sounds like we're done with this place. To the Coliseum!